Lizzy, what up, boy? Ha, I'm ready. Send me. Hold up. It's go down. Remix. New wave, new check, new chip. Cool wave, cool jet, cool whip. I'ma show you how to get this cash. I'ma show you how to get this cash. New wave, new chip. Cool wave, cool jet, cool whip. I'ma show you how to get cash. I'ma show you how to get this cash. See me majors, addicted to this pain, chasing chicken. Dipping out your haters, got so many flows. Different type of flavors. The way that's a 40 with the laser high. New wave, coalition. G edition, like lame kick balls, no competition. Laugh, 33, Scotty Pippen. Listen up, pay attention. I'm on fire, moving, you get dead fried. Trying to stop my wave and drown it. No frauds, no fib, no lies. Rock authentic attention, not by a landslide. New check, new tip. Cool wave, cool jet, cool wave. I'ma show you how to get this cash. I'ma show you how to get this cash. New wave, new check, new cool wave, cool jet, cool wave. I'ma show you how to get this cash. How to get this cash.
In the back, counting cases consecutive. Court cases consecutive. Slow up the money, it's negative. Show must is imperative. Old wave, niggas really rap. New wave just got a pack SOBs with acapellas. If you ain't getting cake, what can you tell us? I lock you low like my pen on something. More than slow, I can let you hold something. Pertain it to the block, you know. See your show, you got a lot to go.
New wave, new chick. Cool wave, cool jet, cool wind. I'ma show you how to get this. I'ma show you how to get this cash. New wave, new check, new chick. Cool wave, cool jet, cool wind. I'ma show you how to get this cash. I'ma show you how to cash. Don't you hear the debate? I'm destined to be the great. Been penetrating the paper, I've inflated. Don't take a show like this, a ditty, yeah, easy by the whistle. Like this, only more than like an arsenal artist. I'm perfecting our craft. Picasso did it with paint, and I just did it with rap. Still alive, and I just happen to rap. So my niggas on the blocks and the beans in the trap. Hard to me, it was gone. I calculated, articulate, now I'm about to blow. I contemplate, and I'm out of yo. I hit the grind, stack this paper, I gotta go. New wave, new check. Cool wave, cool jet, cool wind. I'ma show you how to get this cash. I'ma get this cash. New wave, new check. New chip, cool jet, cool wind. I'ma show you how to get this cash. I'ma show you how to get this cash.
Me, Danny Schmidt, and my co-host, QUINONES.
You already know.
Known as MOGUL Queen.
Hello.
That was a selection from my artist Spark Easy.
Yes.
Fred the Godson, rest his soul. Battled with COVID last year. So that was a remix of Spark's New Wave. Originally produced by Duffy and produced by Mike Jones Beats. So, Groove, Unlimited Records, owner. We're the owners. You know what I mean? So this is part of a project that Spark Easy have been working on. So make sure you check that out. But we're back and we're here we're a community-based promotional platform, exposes of the voiceless to bring awareness to brands created by the people. We use our voices to share truth, creativity, and encouragement with our listeners to nurture and inspire them in hopes of, the world, efforts to make it more. So we're here at WCMD Media in Camden.
Yeah.
We changed that. That's right there, Academy Spotlight. And then want you to know that, right? And we're bringing awareness to outlets, programs, self-help types, and all different unique guests so that you can hear voices, their stories, and maybe show up with yours. So, JERNICA, what's going on? How you been?
You know what? It's been a week. It has definitely been a week. It was a good week. Just more working, going out here. Everybody that been on here, came through seeing the Comfort Level podcast, know what I stand for. If you don't, you already know Special Needs International Advocate. Also bringing a platform with the Rare Nonprofit Organization here in the city of Camden, and also MQ Consult, where not only do we fight for children's rights in the education, we also do seminars, which is traumatic brain injury versus trauma care. More so, just a lot of networking, fighting for the children's rights, like I always do. If you're going to include a child, and I'm here to save one young life, as y'all know, I want to make sure they really out here making a change, not just adding numbers, for some to meet their quota for their grants. I want to make sure they actually out here and the children actually is available. That's important for the children to know that resources are available and here to change their lives, ultimately to support them along the way until they're old, able to take on life, and even furthermore, still, give them resources while they're an adult.
So does that happen a lot? Like the resources being used. We always hear that the city got so much is allocated to different components. It's the city tick wherever they feel like it. They vote on it, and that's what I guess it's supposed to be doing. But is there abuse in that?
More so, I will say, like, you have like a big nonprofit, like it depends on how your nonprofit rules, like how your bylaws and your nonprofit go. Some grants only come in for certain things. Like me, I will be probably eligible for grant or some kind of those kind of grants, because I do include mental health into my and things like that. Well, depending on under how many people you service that you say you service, that's how the grants come in, and that's how the support. So if we have like just put out there, Center for Family Services, they have like probably like 10 things that they hold inside Center for Family Services. There are a center, that does alcohol abuse, family counseling, all kind of counseling, all kind of things. So they will be eligible for like whatever they say that they need, like their budget is to control that amount of organization, whether it's $100,000. If it is the numbers is adding up to that, then and the family supposedly signing up, they have family, they have proof that families is coming through there, their budgets is being this, and they paying out the people, whatever they do, then that money goes to them.
But are people really getting that?
Because when you come in there, the first thing they do is tell you to sign in. So sign in, you already a number. You understand what I'm saying? Not that they actually helped you, but you already a number. You understand? So it's kind of like, okay, but you didn't really assist me. You just took, you did an intake on me. And doing an intake on me says that I was there. But did I really get the resource? I get the resource. I just came there to assistance for the research. And I could be denied, but being as though I came there just to look for research, then that makes them someone that actually did something, because they have a research that you didn't qualify for or that you was basically going in for. So when I was in a meeting the other day, I was to a meeting down at the city hall, which included the mayor, and the mayor was talking and me, my voice is a little different, and I'm more so like can't nobody move me for the children. So I was like, look, I'm not here for numbers. I'm here for change. If numbers, then talk to them. And if you want to talk about change, then we can talk to me, because my actual templates for the educational setting that I do for the children actually has made a change we have children that are mentally stable due to the work that, and I don't get no grants and I don't get no money for servicing these children. This is come pocket. I run this by myself. It's more so just getting a child
basically
stable.
understanding.
Right. So
Understanding. Like,
yep. So it's more so like, just getting to the niche of that. Listen, can't nobody shake me. Can't nobody move me. You could give me a grant if you want to. Take the grant because it'll open me up to doing way more things for the children that I already service. I'm doing the work without the grant. Some people don't move unless they get the grant. But a passionate place, I've been here before. I've done it alone. And then now that I've actually got myself mentally stable, when we're so healthy here, mental wellness, now I'm able to come back and service those children and those parents I once needed myself. So I had to just explain that to him, and they got mental health kick off that they trying to put together so we can introduce to the city of Camden and how that's going to go. And I'm definitely holding people accountable because numbers don't move me, change does. And the only way the change is going to come about is if we all come in with our specialty and actually there and actually tell the children that we here present. When the people say, Jewel, I want them to say, oh yeah, I know her. She's the one who does the education for pool safety and awareness, so gives out the life jackets for children. Like she does that. Or she does this. I don't want them to say, I don't know who's that. Like, who is that? You know what I'm saying? But there's some service, which I never really did service. So that's my whole thing, just leaving an impact on and them know that someone is here and they're not worrying about numbers, they're worrying about change.
So I think that that would be like something, since with people that speak on July 2nd, we're gonna have a big thing here at WCMD, and we're gonna reach out, gonna invite the mayor and some council people and anybody that wants to speak and have something really, to speak about. They have a corporation or, a firm that they're doing good, in a community. We need to hear from you. We need you to show up. We need to hear from you. You can give us a call right here at 856, what is it? 964 WCMD. You can do that. Where is it? It's the number. You can call the number and check us out and actually sign up. Find out the details of what's going on. Sign up to be a vendor. Sign up to get your word out, your brand, your product. But what we want to do is community together in healing. That's it.
I know we had talked about something that you had wanted me to bring on and explain that you said you was gonna ask me the questions later.
Oh, you was telling me where you had been and what. I don't even know what it was because I didn't know what it was. I was like, what was that?
We had like today was Bring Your Kid to Work Day.
Oh yeah.
And today was National Bring Your Kid to Work Day. And I got
still do that.
Yeah, well, my daughter can't ever come to me to work as a nurse, but she was able to be my shadow while I net with the camera. So our last event of the day before childcare was just happened was that we was down at the courthouse at the PS&G building on the other side, and Judge French had invited Saving Grace Ministries to come over, and the JJC, the Juvenile Justice Coordinator, and coordinator for Saving Grace Ministries, So she invited everyone over there. So we took the children. The children were excused from school for the day. We took them over there where they actually have like a live trial. The children, one of them played the judge, and the other one played like the court recorder. The attorney, they had to play out a trial scenario. You know what? One of the cases was bullying, and the case was that a teacher witnessed a fight, and the fight was between the boys, and the argument went on for almost 2 days. We did it inside of the room, and the teacher, and this was a real scenario this actually had went through, but wanted to give input. So he's actually on suspension because of it. So he was considered the bully. So he was
fighting the girl. That's right.
Right. So he was there, and he was actually being the one being represented, attorney, which was another team. And one of my nephews is in the program, so he played teacher, and they was like nations on who was wrong and who was right, and the teacher didn't do anything. But was it really the teacher, or was it really his fault for not going to basically tell somebody else? Besides, like the teacher never went on because the class exchange. So it happened the period before his. So it was arguing the period before his, but the fight happened in his class. So he never even got a chance to understand why they even fought in the first place, and let alone knew that it was going to be his class to break it up. So he didn't break it up because it was a girl and a boy fight. Somebody else came to come break it up. Him as a teacher, he just basically stood back. So next wanted to bring that to trial in there while we had the opportunity, and the child lost the case. The case really went to that he was the actual one guilty. So
you don't hit a girl,
right? So it came down to that, and they both got suspended though. Him and the girl suspended, both of them. But the girl started, but he kept on. He kept up with her. So he, of course, him as a male, he was looking at as the aggressor because he kept on with the situation. So and that he was guilty. So they, we took it to trial for the day over at Judge French's courtroom, and he lost the case twice. So it was pretty nice. It's pretty nice,
right, for the children, because they know if they had a more severe case, what could happen.
Right. And my daughter, she's 3 years old, but she got to play the judge. So she's doing judge, yeah. And so every time somebody made noise, her job was to bang the gravel. So she was up there every time somebody made a little noise. So it was nice to see them all in action. Not there for a serious matter, but was able to get comfortable. At first, they got comfortable. Actually, they learned. They learned the law, actually. Right.
While learning how to,
kind of defend themselves. Yeah. I mean? Right. It was real nice. It was definitely a great thing to see the kids actually go from timid to now representing. They know how to represent this, because what, children do have voices, and a lot of children, of course, are very, very educated and very I want to say open kids, like they know.
Yeah, times has changed. It's not like it used to be.
Right.
Kids was seen and not heard back then. And rarely was even heard because you did what you was told. Your parents or whoever your parents left in charge of you. So it was like we didn't do the things back to our parents, none of that stuff. And all that stuff is because maybe it's got to be that the kids are unhappy for a certain reason. You know what I mean? I'm not saying unhappy because the way the parents is treating them like that. That's not always the case.
You know what? Kids have sheltered themselves. because now it's so much programming and stuff. Kids are really not like outspoken like they used to be. Before we were like aging and we had outside activities that we had to do. Was we didn't want to be in the house. You had to go ride a bike. You had to go outside and play double dutch, hopscotch,
No,
ring
you
the
got
bell,
on the church bus. That's what you did.
or
You got on the church bus. You went to Awanas. That's what you did.
Right. You go to church. You did things like the outdoor. Anything outdoorsy. Or when you was in the house, it was more so like family orientated, or more so just being in the house and ready for bed.
We did stuff.
Ready for bed. Go ahead, take that shower. Go ahead, do your homework, take that shower, and go to sleep. And then you wake up and you do it the next day.
Yeah.
Weekends, like I'll give you a scenario. The other day, my 5-year-old that paid the internet. I forgot it was the 23rd, and I forgot to pay the internet. So when we woke up,
got you.
all the older ones, they never told me because so they know what it's like to live without the internet. But my 5-year-old son, he do not know how to live without the internet. So he come running through. There's no internet. There's Wi-Fi. What are we gonna do? There's no Wi-Fi. Mom, there's no more Wi-Fi. Like he's running through the hall full panic attack. So I said, listen, all I have to do is pay it, but you gotta go to school, so we'll worry about home. So then now on our way home, he's like, wait, did you pay the Wi-Fi? Because I'm not actually paid the Wi-Fi. So I'm like, I paid the Wi-Fi. He like, how? With your debit card? I said, yes. He said, how? Because you know that. So I was like, this boy's a little too smart. So I said, blessing, I'll pay now. I'm not going in that house unless you pay for it, right? So then when he got out the car, he turned around and said, you're going to survive. I'm telling you, you're going to survive this. You have it. You have it under control. So we get in the house. Oh, the TV still saying we don't have Wi-Fi. I just have to update it so like that the Wi-Fi could come on. He dropped the controller like there's no Wi-Fi. So I'm like, blessing, there's Wi-Fi. So skip over the next day, traumatized about the first day. Then when he came home from school, he's like, wait, do we still got internet and Wi-Fi? And I'm like, yes, blessing. There's still Wi-Fi for as long as I'm concerned, for a whole 30 days. But time has changed. He literally called a panic attack. Everything. He couldn't even. I said, get dressed. He said, what? How am I supposed to do that? What do you mean? You don't even need the internet for Wi-Fi. You don't need that to get dressed. Just get dressed. I couldn't believe that I had to tell him he was going to survive without Wi-Fi. Like he can do this. Like I literally went through it. Like you're gonna survive this. I promise you. You're going to
sometimes they ask friends.
What?
You know what I mean? And I think that the government understood that, with those connectivity programs that they're going on now, giving people phones and tablets and the Wi-Fi and stuff. They actually, you can go to your internet company and go to the internet company and look up the ACP program. Mostly everybody is eligible. Just look that up from your internet company. All validating it.
Well, just keep in mind too that they saying that we running out. What is internet out in space? Like they said that we running out of Wi-Fi connection. Yeah. Like I'm like, yeah, satellite. Like how we running out of that? Like somebody please, because I'm thinking it's like virtual, like you can't see it. So how are we running out of space? Like, that's something else, ain't that? I guess you only can have satellite from one to one. If we go into another continent, it's like it stops in the air, like in the mid-air there.
I wouldn't even know.
Which is one of them things that First moment. Let's move into it's a be Mother's Day.
Yeah, it's about to be Mother's Day.
And more importantly, y'all, the organization Rare Jewel nonprofit organization is having our second annual a special Mother's Glam Day. So we picked a nominee, and that chair is going to be glammed up for the day.
When is that?
And this is going to be happening on May 7th. Community Day event. It's at the Fareham Park fulfillment of the mother on that day. But what came with the Glam Day package was her hair be she's gonna have a flower and card bouquet. She is gonna get like a makeup box kit her makeup done. She's gonna get a dress. She's gonna get shoes. She's gonna get her nails and manicure pedicure done. And yes, and basically ride to and from because they even sponsor like the
Where y'all
Uber.
getting that from?
So sponsors donated like creations by Jen's Flower Shop.
Everything that she gets was
Was
donated
sponsored by different. Yes,
That's wonderful.
yes, it was
I
sponsored
was
by
going to do
different
my
companies.
homemade, if I was going to stay little drawing, maybe fire,
Yes,
a little Mother's Day drawing for my online viewers.
absolutely.
That would be nice. What y'all think about that?
Yeah. So, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. This is our year doing this, and I did it in memory of my mom. So, unfortunately, she's not here. We already know she has passed away to lymphoma brain cancer. But more importantly, her memory will live on annually now. This is the second annual of this event, and my mom just see women makeup and just look pretty for one day on Mother's Day. She will always have dinner over her house and make sure she'll tell you like dress up, and if you came there to her standards, she'll take you in her room, she'll do your hair, she'll put you makeup. She gonna be good for that one day. So I did this in honor of her, and I love it. It's the second, and this is the second year that some of my sponsors actually did. So I love it. I have continuous sponsorship for it. So I look forward to it annually. And I look forward to her transformation.
I had a blessing too for Mother's Day. So on Mother's Day Sunday, I'll be going to Atlantic City, accompanied by the Intruders. Yes. And
Intruders.
Shout out to the Intruders. I'm going to hear them sing I Always Love My Mama. And me as well. I lost my mom back in 2002. So,
yes.
It's been 20 years.
Yes. Fun fact about me is I became a mother on Mother's Day.
You know what I mean? That cherished.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then
yes.
Also, we're hoping, and if you listen to the commercial that's on Yes and Classics 107.9 that they just did today, Glenn said they might sing Save the Children. Glenn said they might sing Save the Children. That, they'd be able to fit that in their routine. Because they, my good friend and client is the lead singer, Earl Lassiter, film performance. So I got that honor. You know what I mean? So, and not only that, Saturday, y'all better catch Corner, okay? Corner at Club Dubai. We'll be there with the disc popping off. I hope you got a slot. Don't got a slot. You don't got a slot. What'd you say? You got to come and you got to see the show. You got to be part of the podcast, okay? WCMD, the Comfort Level Podcast, be there. Gotti's House Productions, on Independent Radio. We're all in one. So come out and support papers doing that thing, Showtime, the hype man is going to be there hosting the show. They got DJ Suswin up and my guy DJ Drewski, DJ Drewski, and I believe it's No Frills. Yeah, that's gonna play the music, and the other three the judges. Somebody's walking on with a big ass trophy and $1,000. Yes. Music artist coming up for us today, and she does a lot with music artists, artist development, ras, everything, whatever. She's been there. She's worked with some of the greatest artists that have inspired you guys. Her name is Lizzy Chanel, and she'll be with us today at 6 o'clock. We just doing it, touching culture, every area that we can. You know what I mean? We're having fun with life. We're having fun in the community. I mean, we got our visual and got our voice, and we're here. So if you want to, you got, you know what I mean? You contact me, Janice Shmani. You can call. You can call in with your topics. We can talk about it.
Yes, come call in.
We ain't gonna beg you though. We gonna leave you because we got work to do. For real, we got work to do. We not gonna beg. We got work to do. Y'all been here. Y'all seen the network. Y'all seen the plugs. Y'all been around. You know what I mean? Grows and gets bigger from here. It only grows and gets.
Oh, I remember now what I was talking about. The air tags.
These is hard. They gotta go.
It was air tags that we was talking about.
Yeah, air tags. What is that?
Yesterday someone had shared the video with me, and it's more so attention all around. Some woman had went to the Walmart, and upon her leaving the Walmart, she just so happened to have an iPhone, and her iPhone picked up on her My Location an AirTag. And people don't know what AirTag. AirTag is this little thing done by Apple, and you actually put them on your suitcase. Or you can put them on your child's wrist or something like that, and it locates wherever your item is or your child, or anything you don't want lost. It's about this small, but it is magnetic. So the lady was, when she got to her car, it said AirTag, AirTag located. She didn't really know what was going on, but what was going on. Her child removed it from her location, but when she got home, she went straight and she started calling up people that she knew, telling them what was just happening, what was just going on, the AirTag. And by the time the police came, the AirTag did not show up on her location anymore. So whoever did there followed her to her home and removed the AirTag once they found out where she lived. So of course that's under investigation, but more importantly, what was told to her was that now for women to be visual when they're going in and out of places by themselves, get to your car, turn on that My Location, see what's near you, any AirTags near you. If you advising you to go either back inside the store or call the police department, have them come out, have her before you leave the premises to make sure that you're not being a target with the AirTag.
So everywhere you be doing this, is that for people with iPhones?
So it's iPhones, but you don't have to have an iPhone for
How do you check?
It is with people with iPhones, like by iPhone. It's by the company Apple. So it is an AirTag.
How do you check it?
So the only way is you got to go into your app and go into mine, and then My Location is going to pick up like things around you, and it'll say it. Like it'll say AirTag or anything that's around you. Let me see. We got to go to your apps. You see Find My. When you go around here, when you go here, I just enable that. But it'll air tags around you. Like it'll just
So
pick
do I
up
have
air
it in?
tag. So like it say right here, it just say this phone. You see where that's at?
Mm-hmm.
But it said devices, then it air tags, or it'll say other people iPhones near you. Some might have like open what is that? I forget what it's called, but like your things on here. It'll be more devices on there.
Okay.
So they're telling you to just go in there and my location on my app
And
and
see if
basically
anybody's on your location.
to see if anybody's on your or air
Mm-hmm.
tag is near your location because it is very important nowadays. These people are getting
Wow.
desperate. They're getting desperate, and it's by any means necessary. So,
I'm using both right now,
mhm,
iPhone and Android.
me too. And both of them are fun to have these days. So, um, just in case a woman is always out and about by yourself, it's important for you to do that one little step. That one step can save your life. Her having her child in there, him was an air tag, and being able to school her on it is ultimately what
That's
saved her life.
crazy. Yeah.
So
These kids
the kid
know
was able
a
to
lot.
identify what was going on. She wasn't. So still in all, she was frightened and ran home.
Mm.
But she also led to her home, and so that's the one thing is where you live at
Mm.
or where your location is exactly at. So just keep that in mind, and a lot more. Unfortunately, like that's like a landing zone for a lot of people. A lot of things
Wow.
happen there on a day-to-day basis.
Wow.
Be more vigilant, women, especially while you're outside at night. A lot of us go out at night to the stores because, of course, by that time our children have, come to the evening and is able to just stay at home and not able to, just more so just go in the store more calmly and be able to shop, and you ain't got to worry about having your kids with you jumping around.
Mhm.
A lot of us women try to find things to do on our own at some spare time, but you dangerous out here, and the more technology is advancing, the more are at stake. That's basically what it comes down to.
Sometimes women have been perceived as super moms, and there is some that
Mm-hmm.
are super moms. Um, I was a powerful mother. I wouldn't call myself a mom, but a powerful mother is a mother singly had to take care of children.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna call that power if you survive that. You know what I mean? I wasn't always singly taking care of my children. You know, I had the help of my mother, my father, my family, my friends, and some boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And their father and the family. You know what I mean? Had a lot of help.
And see, me on
And
the other hand, I didn't at all. So.
but I was uh,
Mm-hmm.
protective of my kids,
Mm-hmm.
sure that I gave what I could give them. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? My kids actually, I grew up fast, so I was a mother early in teens. Okay, I was still in my teens. Became a mother. So my children as well did,
Mm-hmm.
and we're
Here you
strong.
go.
All of us strong. We're all strong. You know what I mean? It's not easy to say, they're strong, they work, they have schooling, I have 3 daughters, so I'm not going to say this one did this and that. I have 3 daughters. I got 4 granddaughters. All women, all want to be powerful. Um, we got the last three. The last three women in the family are proving their power as we speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, do y'all have any special comments or anything to say for the mothers today? Anything? No comments, no phone calls. I guess it's early anyway for that, right?
Right, a little bit. I mean,
It's early anyway this day, but I just
it ain't never too early. Mother's Day.
it's never too early, you know what I mean? So
if you got a mother that you want to basically highlight, shout them out. Call us so we can shout out your mother.
Right. We gonna need comments
Mm-hmm.
for the Mother's Day 5th. If
Mm-hmm.
we don't get comments, we can't give them a prize. You know what?
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna ask the mothers to take off out their day to come into WCMD to a podcast, but I am gonna ask them to some people to shout out their mother and say Happy Mother's Day in the comments if you watch the podcast, and it has to be chosen randomly, computer.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I got some items and stuff and whatnot, and we putting together a gift basket or whatever. It's not as extravagant as the glam day you having, you know. Okay, my kids is only some. So that's the choo-choo train. That's my text messages. They call it's like the Pony Express.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So our guest is going to be coming up in about 5 or 6 minutes. I'll send her the email to get her in. If anybody has any comments, call the number 856-964-WC9263 is the number for the letters. You can catch us on all platforms, all social media platforms. We got it: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, the web, YouTube. We're on those social what else? All kinds of stuff. Make sure that you're checking us out. I'm going back and I look at the stats. I don't see your comment. I don't see it. It's okay though. I know y'all busy during your day, coming in during the work hour. You know what I mean? But you gotta catch some gaps too. Last week we had a nice seminar in here, and we'll tell them about it.
Yes, it was not only do the seminar, but actually have like even a parent join that actually assisted with her child to end up understanding what was her child was showing them out of control behaviors in the educational setting, and her coming out to that first part of the seminar, that very first seminar that I had, her understanding what was going on with her child. And then she ended up coming back after I assisted her with her child, and not only did she sit in for the seminar, she gave an update on what was currently going on with her child and how her child's improved since.
Yes, because she was
the adjustment done in the education.
She was proud to say that she took that first step
Mm-hmm.
coming and recognizing that her child had these problems. And her child had the problems. The child has the problems. You, as a parent, you also have that problem because it's your responsibility.
Right, and also it helped out the family dynamics that they were having going on at home
Greatly,
and everything. So I was just so, overwhelmed, but with because, sometimes when me that I came out of my PTSD to help other families, they were looking like my family, and it's, like I said before, the systems that I once needed, I brought to a platform for. So to actually someone coming and supporting me and actually saying that the work that I did made a difference in her family brought joy to my heart because it's one of those things. Um, I not only say this because I learn and I educate people on it, but because I live it thing and it's an experience something. So just the joy in knowing how I would have someone would have came and assist me, but I ultimately assisted that family, and now that family dynamic has changed. The child's behavior and mood has changed. The child's grades are improving. Family overall was improved, and be more happy to hear that.
And do you understand that a child is elated and relieved that you have recognized what is going on with them and given the attention to the things that they need inside that you cannot see? You understand that?
All it took was just one legal documentation to get the ball rolling in the educational setting and actually just being that advocate and sitting in the middle and in that gap.
Now, not to mention the fact that the child, when they coming into school, I better straighten up.
Right. So the child was able to get all of that together. Like the series were actually met in the school system, and they were able to meet his need, gave him that adjustment that he needed to thrive. Which was what I tell people, that if you basically get the educational setting corrected for your child to be in and that placement that the child needs to be in. A lot of people say, "Oh, I don't want my child in special education," but truth be told, the special education not just because your child has anything that's gonna basically not get him to that next level. It's going to get him to the next level because clearly, if we're talking about this, you just need that extra support and that extra bridging of the gap to make them flourish and succeed. They don't have to the whole time. They can be there for temporary, depending on what they're there for. If it's just to just basically improve the mood of the child's mental and mentally stable, and now they're mentally well, they can go ahead and they can move forward with the special educational department. But the special educational department is the that holds the moves that I can make for your child to make thriving and they're moving forward in the educational setting to be graduate. I'd rather my child be in an educational special setting and actually their mood is improving and they actually flourish and they graduate than being pipeline to prison, because you're going to end up having only the child has long lasting effects from it. You too. The whole succumbs from it. Like everybody.
It's more than a PTA meeting, folks. It's more PTA
so
meeting.
It's just one of those situations that I was very, very, very about actually doing for the family. So I was so grateful that she came in and she was able to on that and tell the people what was going on and in her family. Like I told her before, I am a nurse, so I play HIPAA very well. So just because she was sitting in my audience wasn't going to be me like, oh, look, I did this for her. Come up here and talk to them, So I was like, if you don't speak on it, I don't speak on it. What I do for your family is what I do for your family. And my whole thing is to save one young life. I don't have to broadcast that I'm saving one young life. I'm doing the work. I'm grassroots in it. I'm doing the work. I'm out.
We really here at Cover Level Podcast have for her and her family, and we're really, really grateful to be able to absorb that learning experience that she could come out and just say, listen, it's me. I've tried it and it's working for me.
Absolutely.
You know,
She wanted more assistance.
yes,
She wants to know even more things
yes.
for myself.
Yes,
And it was a grateful experience. I mean, the seminar itself, it went well. I felt like we had the right crowd in here. We had a lot of questions at the end that they asked. We even had people come on virtually comments. The one lady was actually, she was a different state. I believe her name was Tasha. They had told me, someone had told me heard it, and she had actually viewed the whole seminar.
Oh yes,
and she wanted me to reach out to her because she had wanted me to do some assistance in her state. And she was saying that people needed to open up and talk about it more. She was thanking me for platform. So, you know, one by one, two by two, three, however it goes.
Right. Well, we have to do it again. And again, and we do it every Thursday. And we're gonna keep grinding to you until you get tired of it. I know you might get tired of it. We switch it up a little bit, but it's all basically the same.
Right.
It's effects of trauma.
And all starts neurologic. You gotta process. You process the trauma first. You have to process the trauma. After you process the trauma, that's when you start showing the outward emotions. And after the outward, then that's when you start going into long-lasting effects if you go untreated or underdiagnosed, however the case may be. So, here to educate the general public on it and be able to explain to you what's going on neurologically, why sometimes even people feel they're not really virally sick, they're more so mentally sick, but it will mimic itself to be looking like you just have a common cold, but you very well can be going through that neurological state of emotions. You're trying to process the trauma. And it goes anxiety, depression, mood swings, all kind of things that happen when the cells start to degenerate. So to slow down that cell, we basically are now talking about stopping it right there and there. Get help, getting you the assistance that you need, so you can be able to not have to worry about that.
Let the people know again where that they can reach you and get some help. I'm gonna put it up on there.
I mean, if you just want to listen, if you just want to basically get therapy, I have a long list of therapy, trauma focused therapists. If you email me at mqueen at mqconsulting.com. No, it's .info. I will be able to email you back all of the numbers, all of the places where you can find that assistance. It's not so many youth trauma counselors or therapists, so I always refer them to the Grace Ministries here in the city of Camden. On Tuesdays at 5 o'clock. She at 325 Kane Avenue, a trauma focused group where she does with the and she gets them the understanding and how to cope with your trauma. So they have a whole bunch of coming in. Next week we have the police department coming in, children. So they have Camden Metro coming in. The week after that we have who is it coming in? The FBI. This one is just he's coming out to give out general information. And then we have someone else, FBI, but they're from like sex trafficking unit. So yeah, so we're covering everything.
That's
yeah.
Right.
So come on in.
That's what you gotta do.
Y'all say it's quick for somebody saying not doing the work, but then you also just met a grassroots person that actually is on the ground doing the. Yesterday we had the ribbon cutting for the Child Advocacy Center. A big crucial piece to bridging the gap with children, because they are the special victims unit, so they help out with child abuse, everything that comes with children. So listen, that was just the ribbon cutting down here. You know,
Folks, Camden, New Jersey.
yes,
is doing
it's
their thing.
reforming.
Camden, New Jersey is reforming.
Mm-hmm.
And you heard it from Mogul Queen herself, Tanika Quinones.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you contact her at email. It's mqueen@mqconsulting.info.
Yes.
Again,
if you need any
Queen.
kind of information, you reached out to a resource and the resource didn't write back to you, email me. You know what I'm saying? Email me, and then I'll go ahead and I'll forward the email, and I'll try to get you the assistance as quick as possible. All right, we about to bring on the guest, but before then, what you gonna play a song?
Yeah, until she gets it.
Yeah, we're gonna play a song. Guest comes on while she's signing in to come on. We're going to play a song. Thank y'all so much for that mogul moment. Y'all already know to reach out to me, how to reach out to me. I tell y'all this today. If you haven't been on here any previous Thursday, the email is bottom of that screen. All you have to do is email me and I will reply back with assistance needed.
Spark Easy, what up? Ha! I'm ready.
I made that, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my bad. Well, we got two by Freddie God.
Yeah, is it the dough? Is it the swag? Is it the get me so mad? Is it the flow? Is it the bar? Is it the hook? That give me the bag, man. Is it the swag? Is it the grind that get me so mad? Is it the flow? Is it the bar? That give me the bag? Oh no, 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 no. Don't get me in my bag. Oh no, 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 no. Don't get me in my bag. Oh no, 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 no. Don't get me in my bag. Oh no, 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 no. Don't get me in my bag, hey baby, how you doing? She said easy, baby, coolin', hot. Fine to the niggas who you foolin'. This that litty, break it down, get bit pissed in me, auto chopper. I'm that nigga in my city. No, auto choppers got plenty. City filled with hollows. The shooters I got, 'cause it's all about a dollar. Purses and vibes. All my shooters, they callin' for the cop. King of the streets, don't break no beat. My goon, got killed for me. Now, get dope, back, the ring. Ain't no talking, get this walking. Yeah, I'm quicker with this. Is it the dough? Is it the swag? Is it the grind that get me so mad? Is it the flow? Is it the hook that give me the bag? Is it the dough? Is it the swag? Is it the grind that give me the flip? Is it the bar? Is it the hook that give me the bag? Oh no, no, no. Don't get me in my bag. Oh no, no, no. Don't get me in my no, no, no. Don't get me in my bag. Oh no, no, no. Don't get me in my bag.
Is it the glow? Is it the ass? Is the design thinking that you getting slow? Just like a fact, if you obstruct, now wait in the bag. Really acting like I lost a fucking wall and I got me back this barrel at your head top it. But I can summon someone to dissolve you for a bar. Get my shooter off it, bust that cap and pick your pocket. Heard you saw some shit, be shit and book your pupils. I spent money close and delete the part that I'm young and hard.
Is it the swag? Is it the grind that get me so mad? Is it the flip? Is it the bar? Is it the hook? Oh no, no, no. Don't get me in my bag. Oh no, no, no. Don't get me in my bag. Oh no, no, no. Don't get my bag. Oh no, no, no. Don't get me in my bag.
Got a bills blue. Got a couple bills though. Move coke, though pills too. Pain I still do in the film too. Money in the back, girl, feel too. Streets I feel too. Got clothes now waiting on the pill too. My chain, hey, my watch, I ain't bang that clock 9. I drop 9 on my wife's ring. I niggas feel like I can write me. When it rain and pause, the lightning brings pain. Is it the right to say?
Is it the dough? Is it the swag? Is This is the bar. This is the hook. Now give me the no, no, no. Don't get me in my bag. Oh, no, no, no. Don't get me in my bag. Oh, no, no, no. No, no. Don't get me. Oh, no, no, no. No, no. Don't get me in my bag. Ah.
All right. And we're back. That was Sparky against Sparky Easy and Alexa. And good old friend, God rest him in peace. Those were we had some great times. We did great things. You know, I'm always networking, trying to get to the biggest stuff to bring it to you. Make sure you catch me Saturday at Club Dubai out there with James Hot 97 and Power 105.1. What?
Better get out there.
Look, I might even do the Showtime Shuffle. Y'all know anything about that here, ain't it? I am burning up.
That light.
You know, what's this daggone? Yeah, that light hot. I try to turn it that way so it wouldn't be shining on us, because so that y'all could see the glistening of our skin. They tell us we light skin.
Some days turning dark in the moment. As soon as that sun hit, it always go dark.
Give a few more minutes for our girl to come in. You know what I mean? We'll see what she gonna do. People run late. Maybe she's powering up her equipment or whatever, what have you. I don't know. I think we're having a good time.
Yes.
I'll try to go on the live.
As always.
And did it post? I'm
not even sure.
Yeah, posted. All right, now. I'm going to go back up on this live for her while I have this hot flash all up on here. You talk. Because I've got hot. Oh, for some reason, I'm going to open the door.
Yes. What is it? Day on Saturday. Was it 3 DJs, right?
Yeah.
We'll be on Federal Street here in Camden, y'all. So, club on Federal Street. Come on down.
Get an interview with me. That's what I'm going to tell you. Come down there and get an interview with me.
Listen, you who gonna come through?
I'm gonna stream the show. I'm gonna tape and record the show, and then afterwards I may do highlights of the show. So if you get an interview down there with me, maybe you're on there. You know, you can say I'm out here with Jen and Shman at Comfort Level Pack, and we rocking out with the Hot 97 DJs. Yes. And Showtime here in the city of Canada, Club the Showtime. That's what we gotta do. And then we're gonna do the time shuffle. Y'all must didn't see Showtime come here. Y'all must did not see him come on the show.
Right.
He was here. Was it Thursday?
It wasn't Thursday.
It's Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday?
Yeah, it was Tuesday. Was it a Tuesday?
No, it wasn't. It was a Thursday, but like
you
Thursday.
Yeah, it was last Thursday. Yeah, he came on. We stayed overtime for him. We gave him a special 7 o'clock. That's what happened. Yes. He couldn't make it online until o'clock, so that's what we did. We gave him a special show, and we was ready for the man.
Like always.
And just to let y'all know, the Showtime got his own show, the Cosmos Radio Network, and that thing is running. Okay, state of the art, full-fledged and filming in the city of Philadelphia. We going up there. We have been invited.
Yes.
To sit next to the greatest Showtime, the greatest host.
Yes. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Shout out to Showtime.
Yeah. We're invited with the greatest show host. You know, he took us back. He told us we thought he was a crazy man. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Y'all know that, like, I was gonna tell you, you know, how Showtime, when I interviewed him, how he back to the Tina Marie show and everything at the Dell. You know, Tina Marie is my favorite singer. We chase her everywhere. Okay, I was at that Dell. I've been at that Dell so many times. Let me tell you something. There was always this old man, not one man, but this man dancing around, always around. Won't he sit down?
They don't never want to sit down.
Huh?
They don't never want to sit down.
Let me tell you
They
something.
got more energy than that.
That's right. And guess what? That dancing around was his brand. Hey, Mook, Versailles here. That dancing around was dancing around was his brand, and it got him on many show stages. He hosted with all the big name acts that was coming out, stuff like that, and he has a signature dance. They just that dance this year. You know what I mean? The Showtime Shuffle. That's right.
That's how you do it.
If you go to my YouTube channel and you the videos from the podcast or from the last Sunday that I was at Dubai, where I videoed it, is on there. That's right. And the commercials. So everything. So the Cosmos Radio Network is running. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on what days and what time you do?
You know, I'm really not sure what days and what time, but if I'll share on social media. I'll share it. It's on every day. You can check it out as on podcast, radio, and radio stations. It's usually like an everyday thing. You know? And yeah, on RMC Independent Radio, that's on the Live 365. You don't have to download anything to listen to the radio station. I got local artists on there, mainstream artists on there, indie artists, all types of artists. And, you know, it's just going down. You got to get your music on there. I can't get music unless you submit. You know, otherwise, it's just going to trickle over into the mainstream pockets, because my station is there to give you independent royalties.
Yes.
Okay? Help you make money. You've been complaining that you haven't been making money. You don't want to go to artist development. You're not showing up. You know, see, you know, you heard. You're seen, but you're not heard. It is. You're seen, but you're not heard, because you're going to open mics and showcase.
And giving away your talent for free.
That's right. Giving away your music for free.
Everything you do to come with a talent, 90% of it is business. The talent day long.
No.
But you want to know your worth. You want to have your worth. You want to be able to represent yourself as a business person.
That's right.
An entrepreneur. That's your
you
business.
Want to be on time. And this is another thing that, you know, I really don't really want to say it on here, but I'm going to say it this way. You must be on time and you must be committed, okay? The business is not a matter of color CP time, color people time. It's not not good for the business, you know. So, such as right now, you know, I have eyes that are waiting for this interview to come up. So, I mean, I don't understand, you know, our due diligence by sending out, you know, the notification, doing the promotions and things like that. You know, once we start doing that and you become a no-show, then it's false.
Absolutely.
Then, you know, then that doubles my work. Mind you, free advertising, free everything that was given to you. You know what I mean? And then you don't show up. Your client show up.
Mm-hmm.
Or rotation of, is bad. A good way to go. So, I mean, like,
it's better to have everything in place now and be serious about your work. Like, take it out of you just being like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to play around at home, it's real people that's out here that's have a real industry.
We come to work and
real work.
We come to work. We don't live here.
Right. Real.
We come here, and you're fortunate enough to click up and come online.
Then if you want us to be serious, and then that's
over.
Like we spin you. Next thing you know, somebody want to listen to you. You want to ask you how much you want for it. You don't even know how much you worth. Yeah, you don't even know no name. You don't even know.
Don't even do artist development.
It's annoying. You know what? I'm tired of it.
Yeah, come on.
Because you know what?
I'm annoyed. She can tell that I'm annoyed right now because they showed up and she booked another client that never showed up and showed up in this place. I didn't want to say it, but I'm annoyed and the show is to an end because I'm ready to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Sit here and wait for somebody who doesn't respect you.
Like you don't highlight yourself.
Artist development. That's not good.
You don't highlight yourself enough.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
It's not gonna be on this podcast.
Come on now.
In this, because we were people that did show up today.
Yes.
And supported us. Because kids at home, we gotta cook dinner and things like that.
Yes.
Like they sit here. We talked. We said things that we had to say today.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here. We're interested in, giving an interview and learning more about somebody else. And maybe we could spend network and do somebody else, in their business.
And somebody that ain't talking, don't talk. Like, put your money where your mouth is. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you miss big opportunities. You know how many people want artist development? You know how many people need artist development?
No, well, it's not about
not
about them coming to artist development. She has an artist development company.
No, I wasn't talking general.
None of her stuff was on time.
None
of it. This is News Trash Thursday. Let's switch it up and let's start the trashing, because this is Janny Schmanny show, okay? This is the Comfort Level Podcast, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to put you, okay? Because I'm comfortable saying that Lizzy Chanel did not show the show. Her artists did not show up for the show, and they sent us in that didn't even know what they was talking about, okay? Because we asked him about distribution, and he didn't even know what that was. He said he was the manager, 8-year-old kid. You're full of shit. Newsflash.
News everything.
Newsflash. What big show you had, it's a matter of respect and business, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. And I know that it just happens so much. I'm just angry that I have to be here under different circumstances. Now if you have a circumstance, I have sent out so many. She asked me so many questions. She asked me, has so many email correspondence back and forth. And when you deal with somebody like that in development, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's a problem. And it's a problem in the way that the company is ran over there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem.
Represent your brand, right?
My problem is asking me to promote you and you don't. Let's have a nice day, and we're going to catch y'all next week. on Tuesday.